The other question that comes to mind is that over your work life, you worked with various what we call typically stakeholders, development sector stakeholders. You worked with the government, you worked with civil society organizations, you worked with foundations and corporates. Do you think all of these organizations and stakeholders are actually beginning to work together and collaborate better, or are there certain kind of follies that they need to be mindful of, and how do they improve working together?
Well, certainly they've begun working together, but in patches. I would say it's not that there is a clear tendency which is sort of monotonic, which is sort of rising over time, but one can see many efforts in genuine. Now, for example, let's take corporates. Corporates are a very, very fundamental part of contemporary life, particularly given the complex sort of ways in which our economies are organized, scale at which they are, just sheer production, distribution, etc. Large corporates have a very, very important role to play. Now, and therefore, it's important for civil society organizations and activists who are very concerned about the social or the environmental footprint of corporates to remind themselves that corporates play a very, very important role, at least when it comes to the economy, which is such a fundamental part of people's lives. However, and therefore they must seek to engage. And similarly, if corporates too need to know that it is also in their own enlightened self-interest to sustain the environmental base as they found it, to try and ensure that their work does not increase social unrest, to try and address inequality. I mean, it's a very, very major issue that we see in a lot of countries around the world. In fact, people say that even major issues such as the rise of Trump or Brexit are also in some senses manifestation of the experience of rising inequality. The whole pushback against globalism and a particularism is also because we feel a certain segment sort of flying high on the basis of global, and then therefore we need to sort of, and that's just one example. There's so many other examples that we look at, and therefore corporates, particularly today where corporates are really calling themselves global, for us the world's this thing, they need to be conscious that rising inequality is a bad thing even for them. Apart from sort of, as an economist, I would say that rising inequality is bad. I mean, for example, in India, you have a major demand problem as we speak. One of the reasons is that the people who can actually consume more don't have the money to consume it. That's partly a consequence. So then you also need to realize that there are certain problems which are earlier called social, which can also hurt corporates. And that might actually make them, become more responsible. So the same for the government. In a sense, one recognizes that governments also need listening posts. They need to be able to sort of, listen to whether their policies are working, what are people's aspirations. That's very, very important for the long-term health of democracy. In terms of motives, one can construct motives strongly for all these stakeholders to be working together. But for them, each of them has to overlook, short-termism. That, we all understand how much of a challenge there is, and therefore each of them have to look beyond the short term, beyond the immediate, to see, what's the larger ecosystem within which we can function best, and that actually requires all of them to work with each other.